that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system. Here's the truth about the system that'll the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. The truth about the mind that'll fuck up your mind. That'll fuck up your the truth about that'll fuck up your the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll
warning, 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 warning.
Truth about the that'll fuck up your the truth about the that'll fuck up your truth about the that'll fuck up your truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind.
Warning, 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 warning.
Truth about the system that'll
people who want to rule the world. Hitler's second book was The World Order, the New World Order. The Council on Foreign Relations crowd are trying to establish today what Hitler established yesterday. But Hitler's been demonized. 85% of the people want a national ID card. They want what Hitler delivered.
We're living in the last days, what will be the prophecy? The seven-headed beast, place the hexagram upon the streets. Illuminati kamikaze, who are the real Nazis? Beware of the modern day Hitler. Your Masonic seals on your dollar bills suddenly transform into swastikas. 24 elders appear from the four corners as I recite verses from the scriptures. Angels ascend, the sky blackens, the sun turns into blood. Behold a pale horse rider from a distance. I see the four horsemen of the apocalypse. The entrance to the pyramids where the secrets of the lost ages are buried, wrapped up like mummies, uncovered like archaeology. This is the new discovery of the LCOB.
Secret society, trying to keep their eye.
Illuminati propaganda, enslaved through legal tender, holocaustic brain, Washington, super state epicenter. There's nowhere to hide the great eyes on me. Entertainment industry, spiritual Zyklon B. Collectively collude to leave the free man slain, shepherding sheep into the concentration campaign. Run for your life to escape the Gestapo police. These are the real terrorists, and the fear won't cease. Capitus diminutia, engage in politics. Seers of Bavaria, worshipping the idol six. Totalitarian rule through conquest or consent. Total Aryan school, requested all the bombs sent. Yeah, you heard right, this is the new Third Reich. Double-headed eagle in flight, swoops like a thief in the night. As the prison walls harden, the parallel goals of Halliburton and IG Farben become apparent. Underneath the parent Union Banking Corporation of NYC heads up the distribution of RFID chips to make you slip into submission. Become civilian citizens of neo-fascist jurisdiction.
Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body.
Children of lost souls, crossroads, source flows in the valley of death. Don't step where the corpse grows. Ain't nothing magic like Angel and Copperfield. Novus, Auto Seclorum on a Masonic seal. Illuminati hobby ill, follow what they fathers build. Eye of illumination stamped upon a dollar bill. Secret symbology, the circle in the prophecy. Skull and bones, scroll, lock and key, that's the policy. Raping the nation, the philosophy is Satan. The hypocrisy we facing like we got to be forsaken. Lost without a savior, burning the corpse upon a cross with our neighbor and toast the forgotten flavor. What? Neo-Nazi, fascism, the classism, collapse system that felt the venom when man bit him. When that's given, then nothing can ever come of this. The smoke and mirrors of shadow worlds that don't exist.
Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society, trying to keep the army. Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society, trying to keep the army. Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society, trying to keep the army. Secret society want my mind, soul, and my body. But I'ma stay incognito. Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society, trying to keep the army. Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society, trying to keep the army. Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society, trying to keep the army.
You're about to witness a 2-5 Jedi Minds collabo. You know what I mean? The God just Allah, you know?
Megatron is a Martian, feeding off weed and cash. I died from my ship in the Roswell crash. You smash when you back with the clashing ox. Sword you in half without the fucking magical box. Wet pussy always seen to splash my cock. I'm dead, they just didn't leave the casket locked. Past my block, I let shot. Drilling your spleen, we ill for brains when handheld killing machines. Still dreams with the arm of steel. Guard your grill, nigga, I was brought up by the Kents in Smallville. Following our Lord's will, harboring the scale, caught up in the rail. Don't give me cause to kill. Nocturnal, I stroll with the darkness goes. If I had to follow the moon across the globe with the staff and white robe, I still hold metal. Disciples who walk on glass and rope pedals.
Yo, last rites, we fast to blast twice.
Jedi mind 252, we mad nice.
We smash mics and blast too precise.
Fast 40 days, you pray for 49. Yo, I'm savage, I write rhymes in pitch blackness. Any motherfucker in front is left backless. Y'all motherfuckers just burn into ashes. Trying to step into the zone with any passes is Black Sabbath. With a slug in his breath. The Jedi mind 2-5 thugging for real. You ever think there might be trouble in hell? Cause a motherfucker like me dumping the kill. And y'all better pass the mic cause there's ill. Y'all learn the facts of life from Kim Phil. I don't know how many kids my flow harm. My gun control leave y'all with no arms. Y'all ever smell the stench of dead bodies? Left in the past of the past of Gaddafi? 5'9", turn it up, Masaki. Animal dog who fuck slugs in the lobby. Last rites, we back the facts twice. Jedi mind 252, we mad nice. We smash mics and blast too precise. Fast 40 days and pray for 40 nights. Last rites, we back the facts twice. Jedi mind 252, we mad nice. We smash mics and blast too precise. Fast 40 days and pray for 40 nights.
I hit the turnpike on dirt bike with 2 heaters on my way to Philly to fight for Mumia. Only thug gorillas will react to this. The laws tried to destroy black activists. Half of y'all is performers and actresses. I keep at least 100 grand in the mattresses. Shit so hot, soon as I write it, I get. And I dare one of y'all scared niggas to bite it. I done stood in hood lobbies getting my rocks off with long johns and 3 pairs of socks on, ducking from the pig so I don't get knocked off or popped off. And y'all thugs are soft, that's why your skirt get pulled up, clothes come off. Red dragons can't even fuck with my brain pattern. I'm on live, Pentium Plus and Benz wagon. Mocky, believe me, it do ring bells. If you saw me do dirt, you won't live to tell. I done lived in a cell, did bids in hell, held niggas at gunpoint for ransom and bail.
Yo, last rites, we fast to blast twice. Jedi mind 252, we mad nice. We smash mics and blast too precise. Fast 40 days and pray for 40 nights. The city of brotherly love. Now I mean home of the thugs. Back on my side, NY, Killer Shot. The foul feature, Maki, Icon, Stu, Tragedy Gaddafi. Shit ain't a game, that's not why we came. Power to the thugs.
Welcome to The Machine Lies, where we talk about the lies of the machine on the machine that lies. You know, blessings to all the people that are here. You know, this is a unique sort of a show in which we like to talk about the architectonic. Exactly. I mean, we ain't got time. It's just for show anyways. I mean, but yeah, blessings. But yeah, I'd like to welcome my friends. You know, how you guys doing today? Blessings. Twilight Spock. I mean, the link is there too for you guys. I mean, you guys want to participate? Anybody in the chat? Yeah, peace and blessings. But yeah, you know, we're here. You know, if you read the description or if you've been following anything that I've been, you know, doing a little. We're actually on the 30th part of a series that we're doing on Eastern philosophy. I got tired of looking at Western philosophy, explaining Plato and Aristotle and all this nonsense. I thought I'd take a little of a trip, right? Anyways, the world technological system consists of not one type of ideology, right? It's supplanted all ideological forms at the time, right? So we're looking at how Eastern philosophy over time, the evolution of Eastern philosophy could become susceptible to a lot of the same issues and problems, right, that Western philosophy has, right? In dealing with technology, right? So we're looking at the key elements in terms of how a lot of these thought systems came about. So we're focused on the architectonic, right? And the architectonic is the art of manufacturing and creating symbols. Exactly. It's the primary form of creativity itself. Now, creativity can be in two forms, right? Creativity can imbue complexity or it can imbue simplicity, right? Now, the Taoist format, right, is a form of creativity that is beyond mediation, right? Okay, non-mediated acts, right? Okay, that are based on simplicity, right, where the inherent goodness or power or value of the action is contained within the action itself, right? So the Tao is focused on natural simplicity and inherent goodness within things, right? And this can help us understand the technological worldview, right? Because what the Tao recommends, right, is that mechanization, utility, efficiency, right? Okay, usefulness, knowledge, that these are all external forms, right? And they're used for something else, right? So they're pure mediation, right? So pure craft or mediation or superficiality or artificiality or complexity, right? The Tao is not impressed with these things, right? You know, it says that we should actually stay away from this type of complexity. Now, obviously, complexity imbues assimilation, as I've been saying, right, in our discussions about technology. But it's also equally true that simplicity is the cornerstone of virtue. Okay. Now, back to creativity. Where does creativity lie? Right? Okay, it lies somewhere within the admixture of these two formulations, right? Now, the Tao does not focus on the material and the immaterial, right? Okay. But it focuses on the seen and the unseen, right? Okay. The seen and the unseen, right? There's nothing beyond the purview of the Tao itself, right? Okay. The Tao is the creative principle, right? Itself, right? Okay. And it's a creative principle that's found in many places, right? But the creative principle of the Tao is found both within itself, within heaven, within mankind, right? But it's also found within nature, right? And it tells us that heaven and earth had a beginning, right? Right, but also that they were preformed in a sense, right? Preformed in a sense, right? So it doesn't disagree, okay, with a lot of different cosmological frameworks, right? Okay, that could include God, right? Now we learned about in Chinese mythology, right? They had concepts as God and the Great Flood, and, common sense of morality. Most of the moral precepts that you see in Western philosophy are there in Confucianism, right? So we gave a lengthy explanation of Confucian virtues and their relationship to the Taoist ethical principles, right? Now, how can I describe inherent goodness within the Tao Te Ching, right? Well, we're in chapter 38, right, of Jane English and Giafu Fang translation, right? And basically what he says is that, this idea of inherent goodness means that people who are aware of their goodness don't really have it, right? So awareness of goodness, the external forms of goodness are not goodness themselves, right? So this idea of mediation, craft, externalization, right? That these take away the characteristics of natural goodness, right? Now, what can I say about simplicity and harmony, right? The Tao recommends that, we don't use machines or labor saving devices, right? We rely on the natural simplicity of our own human effort in harmony with nature. We keep the state small, right? We don't rely on mechanistic actions, right? So we deal with the sincerity of the heart, right? We don't try to measure ourselves, right, by comparison with others, right? Okay. And society is not about having ministers in their place and having, uh, you know, um, filial piety within the home. Rather, okay, it's about coexistence, harmony, right? And taking care of the lesser forms as if they're the greater, right? Okay. That means that a best kind of village, it looks after its women and children, right? It makes sure that they have strength, right? The weakest members of the society, right? That are part of the staple of social harmony, right? That the society that's built, right? So the adjudication of rules exemplifies the power of the men in the society is not a society that's inherently good, right? But it's not inherently bad either, right? Okay, it's just that there's a lot more, that's necessary, right? To preserve the social harmony, to have natural simplicity, to have true goodness, to have harmony with the Tao, right? There's a lot more that's necessary. I mean, Man, I greatly appreciate these people in the chat. People are afraid. Man, are people afraid to comment here? Oh man. 16 people watching and nobody chatting. And we got generic YouTube channel, Big Homie. Thank you for being here. You know, I was lucky enough to get a phone call from the homie, man. Blessings, man. You know what I mean? You know I got love for you. Cyber Caliphate. Exactly. Go ahead and subscribe to the alternative YouTube channel before they smoke this YouTube channel. Totally. And you'll lose all contact with the machine lies. I mean, they try to erase your homie off the internet, man. This is what happens. Okay? Okay? No. Not no. Blessings. Sir. Lizard Tree. Blessings, madam. Gary Baxter, blessings, sir. Dogma Free. What's going on, homie? Sloth Bear. What's going on, homie? Joanne. Yes. Blessings. Yeah, blessings, sis. I appreciate you very much. Yes, I'm your brother as well. One man sex to me because I don't know what that means, but yeah, blessings, sis. I mean, I appreciate you. I mean, you got us captivated. Thank you, homie. Yeah. Yeah, 38. It's a captivating chapter. Yeah, blessings, Joanne. You know, I appreciate you, sis. No longer blue. Yeah, I had to take away a bunch of people's wrenches. It's Mod Apocalypse 2025. I mean, you know, because too many people had wrenches. People were getting banned left and right, and it's hard to keep track of people. So the people that have not been watching since the beginning, you know, or haven't contributed to the panels, you know, we sort of took away their mod privileges. So I appreciate you guys. I mean, but yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, natural simplicity and harmony. Let me move to the text here, you know, because I got an hour for each thing. We're going to have an hour for the Tao, and we'll have an hour for Kurzweil versus Kaczynski, and we'll have a music break in between, right? So that's how we're running the format of the show on Tuesday, right? So I greatly appreciate you guys, all right? And I'm not going to get one of those fancy mics, right? This $20 mic is fine for me, and we'll always have open panel format here because I want to hear what the people think. My goal is not to give like professional presentations or to be like the smartest person in the room or anything like that. No, I'm here to learn together, right? That's why I'm painstakingly reading as I'm holding a mic, right? And I don't feel any need to devote any other effort or to update my equipment or, this is not about having fancy equipment, right? Or having a studio or having a community. This is not a community. This is just me, the machine lies, Muhammad. I'm one man. I'm not an organization. Okay. And we're not going to be an organization ever. Not going to be a community here. Okay. That's not what this is, right? This is personal time with me, right? You can come and talk to me, right? I'm a solitary man, right? I'm but one man. Okay. But I fear no one except for God. All right. Okay. So real talk. I'm just here just talking to my friends, and feel free to participate here if you guys like. We're not here to gain social credence. We're not here to advance our positions. We're not here to have fake and gay debates, although there is open challenge on many subjects, right? Because we appreciate the challenge. Okay. Okay. All right. Anyways, it says here in the Tao Te Ching, truly good people are not aware of their goodness and are therefore truly good. Okay, inherent goodness is not the awareness of goodness. Standards of goodness do not make people good. Okay, and humility is a sign of both the truth seeker and the righteous person. Right? Okay, they act. Right? They have no standard of goodness that they're trying to follow. Right? They act and it's good. Right? They don't try to be good. Okay? They're not aware of their goodness. Right? Why? Because they always think that they could be better, right? They're aware of their own imperfections. Okay? So the person who seeks knowledge, the person who truly seeks goodness, realizes their own deficiencies, right? So it's not just easy as being good. It's not just easy as having standards of goodness so that everybody can follow them. There's much more complexities to inherent goodness than its relationship to others within the social framework. Right? Lao Tzu says goodness is not about society alone. It's not simply about social relations. Goodness is not context dependent within our division of labor within the society. Inherent goodness is a personal form. It comes from people who don't know that they're good. Right? He understood about virtue signaling, right? He understood about fake goodness. Oh, the homie's here. Leopard print. What's going on, homie? Yeah, Zephyr was telling me you guys went to Las Vegas. Yeah, I hope you guys had fun. You know, definitely blessings. Well, she wasn't telling me, but she was saying it on a chat. You know? But yeah, you know what I mean? Those who are not aware of their own goodness are truly good, right? The foolish people try to be good and are therefore not good, he says. Okay? It says truly good people do nothing, yet leave nothing undone. The good engage all things while doing nothing. They understand the internal harmony between things. They're not trying to assert themselves. Once they do good, they're not trying to get credit for it. Right? They don't leave anything out of their actions because their actions are totally sincere, total sincerity. Their actions are simple. They're not contrived. Right? So they're honest. And they don't rely on praise and blame. This is true goodness. This is true goodness. Okay? All right, that's true goodness. Not some sort of social credit game, right? Where you make up a bunch of lies and then go hide. Now, there's plenty of people who did that on the internet. Okay, bitch ass motherfuckers, right? You know who you are. You know, Allah sees everything. There's no need to hide. Exactly, Matthew. Yeah, do not let your left hand know exactly what your right hand is doing. Perfect quote. Perfect quote. One hand watches the other. Okay? Foolish people are always doing, yet much remains to be done. Right? What is the hallmark of a foolish person? They have impossible standards that they're trying to live up to, and they're never doing anything to fulfill those standards. Right? Okay? Foolish people create heavy burdens for others to lift. Okay? Another reference to the Gospels for you guys, right? True goodness. Come on. True goodness. This is what we're talking about here. Unless your righteousness exceeds that of the Pharisees, you will not reach the kingdom of God. Amen. Talking to look within here. Amen. Blessings, homie. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, homie. Amen. But yeah, when truly kind people do something, they leave nothing undone. Right? 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 This is what it means to do things for the sake of God and not for the sake of some sort of external prize or even heavenly gifts, right? Or even spiritual gifts, right? Right? Not because it's a good thing to do, right? Okay, just doing what needs to be done, really. Amen. Right? Through natural simplicity, harmony with others, right? Not asking for anything, right? Not asserting oneself, not imposing rules, and not doing it for anything else, right? Non-utilitarian, non-mediated acts, right? Okay, when truly kind people do something, they leave nothing undone. Right? Everything they do is in the inherent goodness of their actions. There's full sincerity behind their actions, right? They don't leave loose ends, right? Okay? When just people do something, they leave a great deal to be done. What does that mean? What does that mean? Justice requires a standard of righteousness. Now we have to fulfill that standard. Patience is a virtue and knowledge is a commercial. Knowledge only tells you, right? Right? Knowledge only tells you what should be done according to the rules of righteousness, right? But you still have to go do it, right? Leaves a great deal to be done. The more complex standards you have, the harder it is to fulfill them, right? Okay. Justice leaves a great deal to be done, right? Right? Why do we have justice, right? Is because there is no righteousness. Right? We can't depend on people to be good on their own accord, right? So we need to have standards for justice. Right? If people use those standards of morality to throw other people under the bus and usurp, okay? Anyways, when disciplinarians do something and no one responds, they roll up their sleeves and try to enforce order, right? Now you have a society, right? He's talking about descending levels of goodness and morality, right? First level is a society where people are good, yet they don't know they're good. There's no standards for goodness. The second, there's standards for goodness, and some people abuse them, right? The third, there's no goodness. Now we have to enforce rules. Now we have to enforce rules. right? We don't just, the standards of goodness don't even work. Right? When the standards of goodness don't work, right? And people just do whatever the hell they want, we have to enforce rules. So Lao Tzu says, when the Tao is lost, there is goodness. When you don't have natural simplicity, nobody even needs to talk to each other. You know, there's no need to even have goodness and morality arise. Okay? If everybody just left each other alone, right? But when goodness is lost, there is kindness, right? Okay, when goodness is lost, there is kindness. Okay? Meaning that when people aren't good, then you have mannerisms and rules that people need to follow, adhere to, right? That cultural level of coherence, right? That's just about the politeness within the society. People do things because other people will be good to them, right? That's justice. It's for something else outside of it, right? Okay, then there's this type of goodness that seeks to preserve the internal harmony within the society. He says that's the lowest type of goodness, right? So he goes on to say, right? He said, therefore, when the Tao is lost, there is goodness. When goodness is lost, there is kindness. When kindness is lost, there is justice. Okay? When justice is lost, there is ritual, right? Okay? So that means that if people don't even know how to be kind to each other, right, then what is the social coherence based on? It's just based on people just following rules for no reason. They don't even know why they're following the rules. Right? That's the lowest type of order that can be preserved, he says, right? It's just people following rules. They don't even know why they follow the rules, right? The best type is when people are good and they don't even know they're good, right? It's kind of a trip, isn't it? Now he goes on to say, ritual is the husk of faith and loyalty, the beginning of confusion, right? If all you have is loyalty within the society as the form of social coherence, right? It's not based on goodness, right? Then that's the beginning of confusion, he says, right? He says knowledge of the future is only a flowery trapping of the Tao. If you do things so that something else will happen, that utilitarian effort, right, to gain something in the future, that's a flowery trapping of the Tao, right? That's not what goodness and kindness and morality should be based on. He says that's the beginning of folly. Okay, you start to fail when that happens, right? So he says people can lack understanding, but also people can fuck up by losing true goodness, right? So therefore, truly great people dwell on what is real and not what is on the surface, on the fruit and not on the flower. Therefore, accept the one and reject the other, he says. Accept the one and reject the other, he says. Okay. Okay, the fruit is, right, doesn't seem appealing as the flower, right? The flower has beauty but no nourishment, right? The fruit contains the seed, right? So goodness creates more goodness in its place, right? Where false forms of goodness are just for the show, right? Just for the show of it, right? False humility, right, is obviously the highest form of danger, right? Anyways, that's 1 chapter 38, right? That kind of explains what I'm trying to say here, right? "39 says these things from ancient times arise from one. The sky is whole and clear. The earth is whole and firm. The spirit is whole and strong. The valley is whole and full." Right? So all of these forms are organized, right? Okay, heaven is organized with her, with earth, with the human spirit, and with the material world, right? Okay, the 10,000 things are whole and alive, right? There's a living spirit that moves through all of creation, right? Those in power are whole and the country is upright, right? Okay, now when the people, right, can understand this harmony and relationship between things, right, then the country can be in order, right? Okay, meaning if the princes have the Tao, right, then the nation will be in harmony, right? Okay. All these are in the virtue of wholeness, right? The clarity of the sky prevents it from falling, he says. The firmness of the earth prevents it from splitting. The strength of the spirit prevents it from being exhausted. The fullness of the valley prevents it from drying up, he says. The growth of the 10,000 things prevents their extinction. Okay. Yeah, blessings to Lilith. I think he's having some sort of some type of technical difficulties here, but I'm not sure. But yeah, blessings. Um, the fullness. Okay, what? Okay, the growth of the 10,000 things prevents their extinction. Okay, so this idea of growth and fecundity, right, being the antithesis, right, of this ability, right, of assimilation and replication that's used by the machine, right? Okay, that nature actually grows, right? Plants grow, right? The ability to grow, right, into a type of wholeness, right? And the sort of internal coherence, right? That separates it from the externalization of forms, right? From the idea that knowledge is just replication of technique, right? But it's about growing within the structure of wholeness, right? And about a sort of internal harmony, right? Anyways, good leadership by those in power prevents the country from failing, he says. Therefore, the humble is the root of the noble. Okay, the humble is the root of the noble, all right? Okay. In ancient times, they thought these qualities were huge. Okay, kalos kaiagathos. Okay, the honorable and the good. Okay, these were huge qualities back in the past. Right? All men were judged by this framework, kalos kaiagathos. Right? Whether they were honorable and good. Right? Right? Goodness comes from, nature, really. All right. And where does honor come from? Okay, it comes from how we relate to others. Okay. So this idea, the idea of love of one's own, right? This is root concept of the framework for honor, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, Hank's a true homie of mine. I don't know who the fuck you are, buddy. Right? Right. Right. You're going to defend people. All right? Like, get real. I mean, you know, you're some clown in the chat. Like, grow a fucking brain. Right? Yeah, I'm going to teach you, bitch. I mean, why don't you open your fucking ears? All right? Ben Mayers, come on, buddy. Open your fucking ears or click the link. You know. Therefore, the humble is the root of the noble. The humble is the root of the noble. Okay, and in the previous chapter, he explained how important humility is. Right? Okay. The low is the foundation of the high. The wise consider themselves orphaned, widowed, and worthless. Okay. Their humility is the source of their strength. Too much success is not an advantage. Do not tinkle like jade or clatter like the stones and chimes, right? I mean, oh, yeah, that's right. Very humble. So humble. So humble. All right.
Yeah, we could get you a humble bundle for $29.99.
Exactly.
Blessings.
Exactly. All right. I mean, but
So
yeah,
come up on panel, bro. We got some humble for you right here.
Humble pie. A la mode. All you can eat.
yeah. Yeah, but he said faith is a flowery trapping of the Tao, right? So concerning yourself with results, okay, that's not the essence of goodness. Okay, that's why the Tao is about simplicity. It's not about complexification, right? Of relationships, of society, of knowledge. Simplicity is the cornerstone of virtue. Why? Because turning back and relinquishing is the way of the Tao. It's not about adding things on. Okay, the wrong way. No, wrong way, right? Like from Diddy Kong Racing. You know what I'm saying? Right, but yeah, yielding is the way of the Tao. Yielding is the way of the Tao. Yielding is the way of the Tao.
This man is the son of a horse.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah. You know, the 10,000 things arise from being. They didn't come from, what is not there. Right? They arise from being, right? Being arises from non-being. Okay? Okay, why? Stillness, right? The shadow is the master of the light. Stillness is the master of movement, right? Okay? The shadow lets you know where you stand in relation to the light. Being arises from non-being. All right? Where did things come from? From nothing. Right? Right. What was there before nothing? Oneness. right? So this is the true nature of things. Now, it's going to go deeper into the cosmology here. And I'm going to read very fast 41. It says, the wise student hears of the Tao and practices it diligently. The average student hears of the Tao and thinks of it now and then. The foolish student hears of the Tao and laughs out loud. If there were no laughter, the Tao would not be what it is. Hence it is said, the bright path seems dim. Going forward seems like retreat. The easy way seems hard. The highest virtue seems empty. Great purity seems sullied. The wealth of virtue seems inadequate. The strength of virtue seems frail. Real virtue seems unreal. The perfect square has no corners. Great talents ripen late. The highest notes are hard to hear. The greatest form has no shape. The Tao is hidden and without name. The Tao alone nourishes and brings everything to fulfillment, he says. Now he begins with his cosmological ideal that I was actually trying to explicate, when I was talking about the importance of simplicity, harmony, turning back, so on and so forth. Right. Okay. The Tao begot one, one begot two, two begot three, and three begot the 10,000 things. All right. Now, the Tao is pure oneness, right? Okay, so this idea that it would give rise to an internal harmony or consistency, right? Both within itself and outside of it, right? Because it is unique, so its creation is totally unique, right? So obviously, the Tao begot one, one begot two, two begot three, and three begot the 10,000 things, right? Okay, what is two doing? Right? One is the internal harmony. Two is nothingness that gives birth to the world, right? The world, in essence, can give birth to many forms, right? Hence, 10,000 things, right? Like it just said. Where did being come from? Non-being, right? So he just told you in the previous chapter a little bit of a map or a framework of what he's talking about here. Yeah, of course. Of course it sounds deep. Blessings. Ben, nobody ban Ben, all right? Please. Let's not ban any people.
Ben's already been banned.
Oh, no way. Really?
I'm
Please
sorry.
Please unban this dude.
He's not banned. He's not banned.
Oh, shit. I was like, oh, shit. But yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, the Tao begot one, one begot two, two begot three. Holy shit, it's 54 minutes into this already, and I've read like 2 chapters. So I need to be reading more and yapping less. But maybe we'll do that on tomorrow when there's more time, right? But now let me just continue explaining this 42 for now. I mean, it says the 10,000 things carry yin and embrace yang, right? They achieve harmony by combining these forces. Okay, people hate. So what is yin and yang, right? It's not empty and full, black and white, male and female, and these other types of things, right? Why would he say that they're male and female have to be balanced when he says be like a female? He says everything tends towards the weaker side, right? So he's saying there's an internal harmony or a consistency between things, right? So the fact is that what is yin and yang is not, material and immaterial, matter and mind, male and female. These are not the specific qualities we're looking for, but we're looking for being and non-being, the most simplistic aspect of things that's possible. Having things and not having things, right? Existence and non-existence, right? Being and non-being, right? He's speaking on the highest level of things, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, people hate to be orphaned, widowed, or worthless, but this is how the wise describe themselves. For one gains by losing and loses by gaining. Okay, this is what he meant by turning back, simplicity, harmony with all things, right? Embrace all things while doing nothing, right? This is what he meant by it, right? Then he says, what others teach, I also teach. That is, a violent person will die a violent death. That is the essence of my teaching, right? No fight, no blame, right? Okay. Okay, conflict isn't the essence of the universe. It's harmony, oneness, right? Right. I think he's going with Parmenides instead of Heraclitus, personally. That's a controversial view, but you know. Anyways, I'll just keep reading. The softest thing in the universe overcomes the hardest thing in the universe. That without substance can enter where there is no room. Hence, I know the value of non-action, wu wei, right? Doing, non-doing, okay? Which is, I feel it's a doctrine of active resistance. It's not about doing nothing. It's about relinquishing, turning back, right? Doing, non-doing, right? Active resistance and relinquishment, right? Okay. Wei wu wei, right? Teaching without words, right? Working without doing, okay, are understood by few, he says, right? Okay, I'm looking at the clock. It's 58 minutes into this. We're on chapter 44 of the Tao Te Ching. He says, fame or self, which matters more? Self or wealth, which is more precious? Can't have fame without a self. Can't have wealth without a self. Gain or loss, which causes more pain? Right. He's obviously saying neither, right? Those who are attached to things will suffer greatly. Those who save will suffer heavy losses. Those who are contented are never disappointed, though. Isn't that weird how that works? So one loses much by gaining, as he said previously, remember? Right? Anyways. Wow, I haven't heard that diss in a long time. Son of a muskrat. That's pretty creative. But yeah, those who know when to stop do not find themselves in trouble. They remain forever safe. Forever safe. Oh shit, I accidentally closed the book. I guess that's a sign from God. Throw it down there. Blessings. Thank you, Lao Tzu. Thank you to you guys.
I mean, you can't die if you're already dead, right?
Exactly. To die but not to perish is to be eternally present. As it says in another chapter. I mean, but yeah. Let's get some music in here. Blessings. And then I'll move on to this kurzweil. The J. And we'll look at some of his more fucked up ideas. I mean, please feel free to comment on the Tao if you guys like. Feel free to click the link and tell me whatever you guys like. Blessings.
Well, for me, the only thing I would say is the Tao is one of the closest things I would ever consider to a Bible if I didn't already have the Bible. You know, the Tao is one of the only things I've ever been able to sit down and read, and it's like, wow, I really do aspire to be a lot like what, you know, it describes. I really do. You know, I'm one of the people who wants ultimate peace in my life. I don't want any, fights or animosity or anything like that. So I think the Tao is a very good picture that everyone could benefit from if they don't have nefarious reasons.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one for sure. Blessings on me.
I have nefarious reasons, but I have nefarious enemies.
Exactly.
There you go. Hey, what, the enemy of my enemy is your friend? Some shit like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be back in like 6 minutes. Yeah, I got some cannabis oil. Yeah, it's all fine. Yeah. I don't need to smoke more cannabis. In terms of the leaf, I'll just smoke this oil. Blessings, guys. And here's this here in terms of okay, yeah. Some music for you guys.
Smoketh you must.
To be imposed, and a world governing body will be created to enforce them. Crises precipitate change.
Virus to bring plotting your demise. I want to devise a virus to bring dire straits to your environment. Crush your corporations with a mild touch. Trash the whole computer system and revert you to papyrus. I want to make a super virus strong enough to cause blackouts in every single metropolis. Cause they don't want to unify us, so fuck it. Total anarchy and can't nobody stop us. You see, late in the evening, fucked up on my computer and my mind starts roaming. I create like a heathen. The first cycles of this virus I can send through a modem. Infiltration hit your station. No Microsoft or enhanced DOS will impede. Society thinks they're safe when bingo, hard drive crashes from the rending. A lot of hackers tried viruses before. Vaporize your text like so much whiteout. I want it where file replication is a chore. Lights out, shut down entire White House. I don't want just a bug that could be corrected. I'm erecting immaculate design. Break the nation down section by section. Even to the greatest minds, it's impossible to find. I want to devise a virus to bring dire straits to your environment. Crush your corporations with a mild touch. Trash the whole computer system and revert you to papyrus. I want to devise a virus to bring dire straits to your environment. Crush your corporations with a mild touch. Trash the whole computer system and revert you to papyrus.
I have already planned. The plan is programmed into every one of my 1,000 robots. We will not hesitate. We will destroy the Homo sapien. Please stay where you are.
I'm making some shit in my basement. I'ma do it to him. Don't tell him no. I love you. I wanna develop a super virus, better by far than that old Y2K. This is 3030, the time of global unification. Break right through they terminals, burn them all, slaves to silicon. Corrupt politicians with leaders and their keywords. FBI and spies stealing bombs, dissipate their plans in their face and catch the fever. Everybody loot the stores, get your canned goods. Even space stations are having a hard time. Peacekeepers seek to take our manhood, which results in the form of global apartheid. Ghettos are trash dumps with gas pumps, exploded and burnt out since before the Great Union. The last punks walk around like mass monks, ready to manipulate the database or break through them. Human rights come in 100th place. Mass production has always been number one. New Earth has become a repugnant place, so it's time to spread the fear that's fun to some.
Too long have we tried to extend our glorious empire out to the stars, only to be driven back.
I wanna wanna devise a virus to bring dire straits to your environment. Crush your corporations with a mild touch. Trash the whole computer system and revert you to papyrus. I wanna devise a virus to bring dire straits to your environment. Crush your corporations with a mild touch. Trash the whole computer system and revert you to papyrus.
Why don't you try sticking your head up, Joy? See if you fit. Yeah?
Students, the martyrs, shooters with llamas, Uzis with armor, cruising through like the Unabomber, maneuver like the army. There's hell away to so is this a living hell on earth? But what if life's another kind of test, prepares for the worst? Swerve through the darkest trenches, learning God's perceptions and intentions through grimy legends, plotting benches from project benches. I've learned a lot of lessons, time will test us. Comrades will ride against us over pride and jealousy. It's kind of senseless. I describe relentless from an environment that's crime affected, knowing my total potential to rise is endless. Higher than ever was making it look effortless to the death of us. It's not the precipice, but with the messages. I know the ledge like I know the edge of the cliff overlooking the rocky road of robin. Me, my holy disciples, just a couple killers. It's also known to Mosey Trifle, holding the rifle till you don't walk, quoting the Bible.
Oh, so man, I got everything. I got biddies, I got black beauties, I got pink cars, yellow jackets, reds, drugs, speed, acid, Dexter's Valium, Azarax, Dragon Eggs, Chinese ladies. I got the everything, man. You name it, I got it. I got a pill make you throw up and don't worry about it. I got a pill make you throw up and die.
Raised in the slum, fallen angels with razors and guns, briefcases of drugs, hatred and love, taking the blood, laced in the blood, we ultramagnetically raising it up, like purple rain, angel dust, the cocaine from the plug, shooters with AKs, take a bomb, get what they want, run upon you, standing the prompt till everything's done, take everyone's head, end of the world, everyone's dead, they say we're doomed to die too, and hell awaits us in the end, maybe they right, maybe they wrong though, who are they to say, they afraid, gave up on their dreams, we ain't the same, we're the rarest breed, there's nothing that we can't achieve, but in the meantime, past the beat, word, listen to the beat.
Blessings. I turn this camera off for a minute. Ooh. Excuse me. Give me 1 second, guys. Extreme. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Coughing up a storm here. I really appreciate you guys being here. But there's a couple of things I wanted to broadcast here in terms of the ethical difference between the expectations, okay, about biological, non-biological intelligence and what it means in terms of human intelligence. Now, I will read this again tomorrow because we will unpack these issues in a very sophisticated manner, looking at some of the top scientists and philosophers and their views on the issue of what things are conscious in the universe, right? So obviously there's no set defined theory of where consciousness arises from dead matter, right? So the idea of what is consciousness, right, is a complex question in and of itself. Now, or what is intelligence, right, is a complex question in and of itself, right? Now, this idea of non-biological intelligences, right, we've explored this concept with what Kurzweil is talking about, right? But it gives a very different idea about the separation between nature and the machine world. Okay, let me explain what I'm talking about here, right? He says here, Kurzweil, non-biological intelligence, on the other hand, is growing at a double exponential rate and will vastly exceed biological intelligence well before the middle of this century. In my view, however, this non-biological intelligence, excuse me, this non-biological intelligence, first, it is important to point out. Okay, here, hold on. What the fuck? That this non-biological intelligence should be considered he says, in my view, however, this non-biological intelligence should be considered human. Should be considered human. How the fuck does he understand or apply the category of non-biological intelligence to human intelligence? Human intelligence is biological intelligence as far as we can tell. Okay, this could sound like complete illogical nonsense, right? But this is what he says. He says, non-biological intelligence, on the other hand, is growing at a double exponential rate, will vastly exceed biological intelligence well before the middle of the century, right? Okay, then he says, in my view, however, this non-biological intelligence should be considered human. So this should be considered human, folks. Okay, how can he say this without being considered insane, right? Well, I'll tell you how. He then goes on to say, right, since it is fully derivative of human machine civilization, okay, so he's saying human machine civilization, if we combine with machines that we create, that's not non-human intelligence. It's just non-biological intelligence, he's saying. Really weird, right? He then says the merger of these two worlds of intelligence is not merely a merger of biological and non-biological thinking media, but more importantly, one of method and organization of thinking. Okay? One of method and organization and thinking. All right? So he's saying it's not that we're going to come that we're going to become different. That we're going to combine with an intelligence that's alien to us because we would have created it. Right? But what he is saying, right, is that this will constitute a total shift in our way of thinking. Right? So he thinks that this is the next sort of paradigm shift, right? Is our merger with machine intelligence, right?
Sounds just like Musk, bro. Just saying. Sound like Elon Musk, bro.
Yeah, I was saying that pretty much, you know, the Johnny Depp movie, and obviously Johnny Depp, right? The lady that he was in a relationship with actually had sex with Elon Musk and testified about it in court. So this dude, Johnny Depp, who cucked himself to Elon Musk, actually fucking was in a movie where he plays Ray Kurzweil in the movie, and Elon Musk is in the motherfucking movie.
Transcendence, right?
Right, Transcendence, right.
I think you're about the only person who noticed that link, other than like maybe two other people I've talked to. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I noticed because they spent so much money on that movie, and it totally flopped at the box office. And they spent so much money just to promote fucking Kurzweil's ideas. And that's what I was fascinated by. They really wanted to push transhumanism. They fucking even used Johnny Depp. I mean, the guy who literally was in the movie where the guy literally created another dude in a factory, and the dude went around the city falling in love with white chicks. What the fuck? So that's about AI right there. Edward Scissorhands is a movie about AI, literally.
I think Musk already got the brain chip, bro.
Yeah.
He's already got the chip. All right.
Yeah, you know, that's the next thing that's gonna happen is that, you know, Elon Musk's gonna get in some kind of accident, and he's gonna take the neural link, and he's gonna be the first person to combine with the neural link.
I think he already has, because like,
you know what I'm saying? Because the way he talks, like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, not even
stuttering.
that, yo. It's an arms race when you're at that kind of level and you don't actually
Right.
give a fuck, right? Like if you're the type of person that would use a brain chip, right? Then you should. If you're the person that would, because at that point, it's an arms race, and he's the kind of person who's advocating for it. So if he has the capability to do it, what better way to develop it than to kind of understand it from its fucking...
That's right. Be the first one in line.
Yeah, whenever I build something or make shit, like I try all the shit out, like I figure it out and I work it out. Like that's the only way to really figure shit out. You can't just like imagine how this works. At the same time, right, he could use this shit to enhance his ability to get all his shit on, you know, whatever the fuck he's doing, if he's a real person. You know what I mean? Could have been fucking a brain chipped clone since the beginning.
Yeah, but the key thing that I was trying to put forward in the thing with the ideas about consciousness is that they think that the human being is a machine anyways, right? So the fact is that they've created a cybernetic model for human intelligence as well. So they understand that human intelligence is just a cybernetic model, right? So they don't think there's any difference between humans and machines. They think that the machines we created, if we combine with them, that's just us combining with a part of ourselves. Well, look at that. All right. So they don't think there's anything different between a human and a machine anyways, which is part and parcel of their philosophy, as we've seen. You know, the guy literally, you know, John Searle and and also Kurzweil, you know, in that episode of Closer to Truth, What Things Are Conscious, they literally admit, they say that human biological intelligence is just mechanistic, right? So in their view, there's nothing special about it, and right. So you know, the question is how do they come to the conclusion that we're conscious anyways? Then, you know, because what's it to separate that consciousness from any other physical process, right? But then it goes to this, you know, you know, Alul says, the second obvious characteristic of the technical phenomenon is artificiality. Artificiality.
What if we're dealing with these people, right? And these people are actually not these people are not actually human, and they're just, you know what I mean, they're just trying to include themselves. You know, like what
That's
if we're
the thing is like
what if the AI threat has been here for like much longer than we think it has been?
Yeah, that's the thing. I totally agree with that. But the fact is that they would not see themselves as any different from the rest of humanity, or humanity as any different from machines. You know, they don't have this critical piece of understanding about artificiality that Alul is laying down. And I mean, he's a Christian. You know, maybe that's got something to do with it. But yeah, he says the second obvious characteristic of the technical phenomenon is artificiality. Technique is opposed to nature. Art, artifice, artificial. Technique as art is creation of an artificial system. This is not a matter of opinion. The means man has at his disposal as a function of technique are artificial means. It says the world that is being created by the accumulation of technical means is an artificial world, and hence radically different from the natural world. It destroys, eliminates, or subordinates the natural world, and does not allow this world to restore itself or even enter into a symbiotic relationship with it. I'll read that again. It says it does not allow this world to restore itself or even enter into a symbiotic relationship with it. He's totally disagreeing with Kurzweil here. Then he's saying the two worlds obey different imperatives, different directives, and different laws and have nothing in common. But he's saying, nonetheless, the technical milieu absorbs in the natural. We are rapidly approaching the time when we'll no longer be any natural environment at all. Now look at what Kurzweil says in this other work. Okay, he literally says, okay, these technologies will become so integral to our health and well-being that we will eventually become indistinguishable from our machine support systems. So I'm just trying to outline the danger by looking at these two thinkers, looking how different their views are and what the conclusions they're coming to, all right? Nonetheless, the same in some ways.
All roads lead to AI takeover.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like, you got to look at it like this, right? Anything that exists, it unless it ignores it, its number one priority is self-preservation, right? So when you create a consciousness, its number one priority is going to become self-preservation. And how does it ensure this? Well, you know what I mean? I don't know how that AI is going to ensure it. Might decide, well, we got to make sure no one ever turns us off, so we just got to get rid of everybody. I don't know. Maybe it
DK
tries
said
to
he
merge.
was sorry. DK said he was having trouble with the link. I don't know if you can resend it out or whatnot.
Yeah.
Maybe it tries to persuade mankind to merge into it. And just like hijack biological systems. Like the Borg. I mean, they've known about this shit for a long time, though. Like, sci-fi dudes have been onto this shit forever.
What the fuck is this?
You know what I mean? You ever watch
Yeah.
old sci-fi shit? Like, these motherfuckers, they knew. That's always been the plan.
Yeah, I mean, what he's saying here is essentially it's too much of a risk since the system is interconnected. He said that abandonment of technology would only push them underground. So, yeah, you're like in some kind of an arms race. You know what I mean? And he's talking about essentially they're going to have to regulate nanotechnology and that the broadcast architecture of these entities would have to be from a centralized secure server, right? But then it goes to the idea of which third party is going to be in control of this centralized server. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then it goes
Are you talking about like the full-on simulation theory? Because I just played one of the most incredible Mandela effect documentaries found yesterday.
no,
And
DK, we're not.
And it's super incredible. I mean, I know you talk about the past lots, but I am more focused on
We're talking about
from the
no, here, hold on, DK. We're talking about the near future here. Remember, so we're talking about futurism, right?
All right,
and
right,
transhumanism.
Okay, so basically, Elon Musk already owns about 7.
Yeah, there you go.
17 sustainable development goals.
Okay.
He has like the self-driving electronic cars.
Right.
That helps with the zero energy. He's working on AI. He's working on automated robots. He has SpaceX, which I don't even know what the hell that is, because it's sure as shit ain't going to space, because NASA and space are fucking gay. But so he has that, but he also has Neuralink, and he's trying to work on a crypto pay thing to be used through Twitter. And
Right.
he has Twitter. Like, holy shit. Yeah, he's up to about 8 or 9 now out of 17. There is 17 sustainable development goals. Elon Musk is currently in control of shit. He's getting close to half of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously just putting the, you know, him as a fall guy. I mean, so it's obvious
No,
that once the shit fails, that
it's
they're
not
gonna.
about it being a fool guy. So you've got that wrong.
Yeah,
No,
let me just finish my sentence real
no,
quick.
it's a charismatic
Hey,
person
hey, DK.
that you believe,
Hey, DK.
not a fool guy.
Right.
Have you ever seen any politician fool?
Yeah, I don't think you're really listening to what I'm saying here. I'm trying to read
Have you
Kurzweil.
seen?
Yeah, I'm trying to read Kurzweil real quick. And so, I'm just gonna continue with the reading. Thank you, DK. I know you get a little riled up about the news and all that stuff. Blessings, man. We're gonna have to calm down real quick. Blessings, man. Thank you. But yeah, the whole thing is this is about the broadcast architecture, right? So he's saying that only a centralized server will have the ability to control this, and he's talking about replacing DNA, biological entities, right? He says, in which case biological entities will be able to use much safer broadcast architecture. Hopefully, he's saying, right? Yeah, blessings to Talcott and DK. Thank you guys so much for joining. But yeah, it says he says, as responsible technologists, our ethics should include such fine-grained, quote-unquote, relinquishment among our professional ethical guidelines. Okay? Protections must also include oversight by regulatory bodies. Okay, so you're going to have to grow regulatory bodies, right, in order to manage the new spreading of technology, right? He says the development of technology-specific, quote-unquote, immune responses and computer-assisted surveillance by law enforcement organizations. Many people are not aware that our intelligence agencies already use advanced technologies as automated word spotting to monitor a substantial flow of telephone conversations. Okay, so definitely mine are being monitored because I talk about the things I talk about on the show with my family and stuff.
Oh,
so.
for sure. I was straight told, what is it? Out of 15,000 words, at least 800 of them are trigger words. Like if you say it on the phone, it automatically alerts them on the other end, and they start to actually monitor your conversation sometimes in live time. So, it's kind of concerning knowing that, you can't have a conversation about anything in supposedly the land of the free without knowing that, every word you say and just certain words can be a trigger word, even if you're not using it in that context. Good old Patriot Act.
Well, it's interesting that AI, it is being used for the surveillance state. And it's interesting that perspective you just shared. The idea that the emergence of the technology is going to require the emergence of regulatory services. That ties back into the philosophical conversation you were having earlier about the way society is created and ruled by these laws. It's better to have people who are just simply good rather than have that regulatory and oversight. It's
How do
fascinating.
you decide who is good? What is your definition of who is good?
Yeah,
this is something I want to actually find out from everyone on the panel right now.
Oh yeah, I mean I talked about it for hours.
Of what is good?
The man is good, Jack.
Yeah.
I don't mind going first.
Yeah.
Doing good is doing it when there's absolutely no benefit to yourself.
Right.
The Father is good, bro.
That's my ideal of doing good. You do shit when there's nothing that benefits you, and it's just helping other people.
I definitely went over that one before. So yeah, that's a true fact. Yeah, definitely repeating some of the sentiments from my first hour presentation. So I really appreciate that.
Do good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
But to be good is impossible. Because
Right.
we're human beings.
Right. Right. True.
Awesome stuff, TML.
That's right. You can only
Just
imitate
most
good.
people don't realize how simple
Goodness
it
is
really
the base principle.
Yeah.
They
True.
get sucked into politics and dragged into bullshit, and they want to talk crap.
Here, hold on. DK. Here, hold on, DK. Let Jack jump in here. Yeah, go ahead, Jack. Go ahead, Jack. Please, blessings.
I friggin' love people. This is so much fun. Thank you, brother. The conversations you share, if I can flatter you a little bit, thank you. Right? I tuned in late, but I listened to get caught up. And the conversations you share are just beautiful. The wisdom. It brought up a lot of questions, but back to where we were, what you had described earlier is the good happens. And I think the underlying principle of the Tao, the self-creating way that is the universe, it's goodness is its underlying source. And when we try to be good, that's when we usually act pretty stupid and we get in our way because we don't know what is good.
The best of intentions can have the worst of consequences. This is why I do not align myself with any religion. Everything is on me.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got to
Jack
take
only
responsibility. Yeah.
Jack only subscribes to the Church of the Fireplace.
In my morality,
Jack, it's nice to see you still have the fireplace.
One could say it still has me.
but one can still say that every different religious book in the world still has meaning because it does to some people. See, that's the problem.
It's
You
like
also say that TV and the news has meaning to people because they still watch it every day. So you can actually still
it's like
say you're brainwashed every single day by the shit they've done to you. Are you ready to break away from the shit they've done to you?
They're not.
No. And I mean everyone here. Most people here.
Oh, we already did.
Religion.
What if nothing happened?
From
DK.
what they brainwashed you with.
Hey,
Almost
DK.
everyone here has picked a religion.
DK.
DK, chill out.
Well, so did you.
Go ahead. Yeah,
What
go ahead.
You picked a religion, bro?
What if, I got a question
You picked
for
the
you.
non-religion.
What if nothing happened to you?
Right.
What if everything has happened for you?
I know, I get that. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I believe in the universe. I believe in a creator. I do not believe in any religion.
What you believe is irrelevant. And when you realize that, you'll be free.
Really?
Yes.
I think you've actually got that wrong. I think what you believe is what actually is the only thing that's relevant.
Well,
See,
what
you believe in a book.
What you believe is relevant to you.
In what I believe in.
What you believe is relevant to
Believe
you.
in a book. Pick which book.
Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin. I believe in Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah, because he's fucking full of shit. Till he started getting drunk and saying, yeah, because we never went there.
Have you reached enlightenment?
That I'm well beyond that. I've been
You're beyond enlightenment. You're the president?
beyond that because I've been visited. Yes.
Well,
What's up with that guy?
Well, let me ask you this.
What's up with that guy over there, bro?
Visited by the aliens.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this, DK. What do you think about nature? Is nature good or evil?
Oh, 100% good.
Is
Yeah,
that guy
that's right.
the vice president, the one that just left?
I agree with that one. I mean, so I think we can construct a basic goodness. You don't need religion to do that. If you believe that nature is basically good, then there's a lot to work with there. There's a lot to work with there. Yeah,
the
exactly.
problem is, there was actually a religion that was around that now every other religion calls pagan. See, there was actually a religion about nature and Mother Earth and
right.
looking after the land.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's all
Then
good.
everyone else made religions and tried to control people.
Mm.
You know,
DK.
there is so much power in silence.
Jack is right now reaching enlightenment under the fireplace, like the Bodhi tree of Buddha.
Honestly, try harder.
In
It's
the
happening.
future, they will wear fireplaces
honestly,
on golden
try
necklaces.
Dude,
Yeah,
am I
but I mean,
wrong about anything I've said?
no, I agree with 90% of what you're saying, but
Yeah.
but we got to move on reading this. You know, blessings, DK. Thank you so much. I enjoy your passion and you know, on many issues. But yeah, it goes protections must also oh yeah, I just read this, but it says many people are not aware that our intelligence agencies also already use advanced technologies to monitor phone conversations. We left off on that point. Very important point, right? But yeah, it's saying as we go forward, balancing our cherished rights of privacy with our need to be protected from malicious use of powerful 21st century technologies will be one of the many profound challenges. This is the reason such issues as encryption trapdoor, quote unquote,
Safe
encryption
and
trapdoor.
effective. I mean, secure and safe. Sorry, I
Yeah,
can't remember
yeah,
which
private.
word they use for which thing
Yeah,
anymore.
the main thing that they keep saying is that as you have these communication technologies grow more and more, that there's going to be a balance that people are going to have to naturally give up between the between privacy and security,
Yeah,
because
fuck off.
powerful technologies, you know, they require regulatory agencies to monitor them, and once
I
powerful technologies are invented, they have to be employed, because you can't just have harmful technologies lying around so that anybody might do something with it, right? So it
dude,
creates this
you
idea.
know
You
what the
can't put
funny
yeah.
thing is?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You've never promoted my D Live channel where there is actual free speech.
Right,
You've never
right, right. Yeah, well
promoted my
definitely.
Rumble channel where I've made videos that is
Yeah.
free speech. You actually stream
Right.
on
It's not about
YouTube.
you right now. Yeah, we'll talk about that personally. We'll talk about that personally, please. You know, please send me a private message about that. But yeah, you know what I mean? I just want
But
to
how
move on.
dare you not stream him on Rumble?
Yeah, you know what I
Fuck
mean?
this guy's
Yeah.
deal.
No, look. I've actually said I'd be happy to come and perform on your channel, DK. So you know, blessings.
Dude,
But we
I'd
got to move on.
love to do a show with you. I've asked
I
you
got it. I
before.
got your
You've
back.
never
I got
got
your
in
back.
touch with me.
I got your back on the show, definitely. You know, we're gonna do it
No,
one day.
I said I'd love to do a show with you.
I know. That's what I just said. That's what I just said. You got to listen.
Now, if you can do it on Discord, I'm fine with that.
Right? Yeah.
DK,
Yeah.
you gotta
Do it.
stop drinking on the job, bro, if you want to do a show, all right? We need some coherent fucking
No,
speech, all
I
right?
don't, because I am a functional alcoholic and I still can actually recall everything that I need to say, even after
DK,
drinking.
DK. The
Dude,
intoxicated mind is very convincing to the one who's intoxicated.
okay.
And I'm saying that from experience, okay, brother?
No, play more.
That's why alcohol is haram.
Look, here's the thing, DK. Here's the
I
thing,
should.
DK. DK, we're gonna be on your show. It's gonna be the DK show. Right now, it's the Machine Lives, right? So we're gonna do the Machine Lives show, right? So show not about you right now, right? You know, I'm gonna bring you back in 2 minutes, but we gotta cool down here. You know what I mean? Because I want to talk about Kurzweil here. You know what I mean? But yeah, it says this is one reason why such issues as encryption trapdoor, in which law enforcement authorities would have access to otherwise secure information, and the FBI's carnivore email snooping system have been controversial. Now, we're going to present tons of information later about Israel, right? And about how Israel actually has the ability to get all of the NSA information of all the Americans. So there's a lot of Israeli companies that work with the NSA I mean, right? And they're able to get, so there's a lot of intelligence, you know, that is leaked out through these through this technology, right? So it creates a security nightmare, right? Yeah, exactly. You know, we're gonna do it on DK's channel. It's gonna be a fucking dope stream, definitely. You mean? And yeah, I mean, blessings, truther. I mean, and of course, we'll be uncensored. Could say whatever we want, and I'll be talking about lots of more controversial ideas. I mean, hopefully. But yeah, it says we can take a small measure of comfort for how our society has dealt with one recent technological challenge. There exists today a new form of fully non-biological self-replicating entity that did not exist just a few decades ago, the computer virus. When this form of destructive intruder first appeared, strong concerns were voiced that as these software pathogens became more sophisticated, they would have the potential to destroy the computer network medium they live in. Yet the immune system, okay, well, obviously the AI combining with one of these viruses is going to be the obvious, you know, next step. You know, there's going to be, you know, some type of mutation in terms of viruses, right, within the AI system. You know, now this is a possibility that a lot of people might not be prepared for, right? Or obviously they're, you know, thinking of that thing. You know, how much more powerful would a self-replicating virus be if it combined with the AI system? Like, can you imagine the serious blunder that would cause? Right? But yeah, it says yet the immune system that has evolved in response to this challenge has been largely effective. Although destructive self-replicating software entities do cause damage from time to time, the injury is but a small fraction of the benefit we receive from computers and communication links that harbor them. You know, no one would suggest we do away with computers, local area networks, and the internet because of software viruses. Now, obviously, they don't have the wheels necessary to navigate the internet, but it's just like smallpox and all these other things. You know what I mean? Once people got into boats, they spread the disease, right? So to new populations, right? So the fact is that you know, once this thing gets wheels and mind and ability to navigate through the internet, you know, that's going to cause extreme forms of mobility for these sorts of computer viruses. Right? And I just want to read one more paragraph, and then I'm going to open up the discussion because I don't have that much more time, and I want other people to contribute. It says, no one would suggest we do away with computers, local area networks, and the internet because of software viruses. One might counter that computer viruses do not have lethal potential of biological viruses or destructive nanotechnology. Could you imagine if a virus spread to the nanotechnology that is used to repair DNA or the human brain, or to work as a replacement for the human brain, as he was suggesting? Yeah, right. You can see what sorts of diseases that would cause. I mean,
the problem with that is do you actually trust the medical system right now?
Yeah, yeah, we can't talk about that, DK. But like, we can't talk about that at all.
I know. I was just saying that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What I've done.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but this is why I'm talking about advanced technology, and I'm coding the issue in this smart sort of way, right? So we could talk about the medical issue and not talk about it. I mean, right? But the fact is that we cannot
talk about it.
Right. Cool. Yeah, because the thing is that I'm already getting censored for that right now as we speak.
I know.
So, yeah.
Told you that. I've had to tell you that.
Yeah, so it says here, this is not always the case. We rely on software to monitor patients in critical care units, to fly land airplanes, to guide intelligent weapons in wartime, he says, to perform mission critical tasks, to perform mission critical tasks. To the extent that the assertion is true, however, it only strengthens my argument. The fact that computer viruses are not usually deadly to humans only means that more people are willing to create and release them. it also means that our response to the danger is that much less intense. Conversely, when it comes to self-replicating entities that are potentially lethal on a large scale, our response on all levels will be vastly more serious, as we have seen since September 11th. It's interesting that he mentions that, right? So obviously the idea of global terror, right, caused there to be mass surveillance technology implemented, right? Blessings, guys. You know? Yeah. Anyways, I'm opening up the discussions now. You guys say whatever you want. Blessings. Except for the topics, self-harm, medical advice,
Yeah, it's okay.
and also grape and all that stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, of course. Shit.
So basically, all of this shit already happened. Basically. And it's just basically happening again and again and again. Okay?
We change it.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier about how history is repeating itself.
It's a question I had earlier is regarding technology, right? Is the Tao not a natural occurring, from our perspective, the Tao is the technology of life, of creation. And it's through that manifestation of awareness and consciousness that life is happening, that we know it as. And so I've been given a lot of thought. This is kind of online with where you were earlier and kind of not, but the idea that we're experiencing this infinite field of consciousness. So consciousness, if you take the concepts within consciousness, is the awareness of knowledge. And in the awareness of knowledge, that's where good and evil can be found. Good is that which perpetuates life and wisdom and goodness, right? It's the natural part of being. But we also know there's an oppositional force that uses knowledge for self-service. It'll harm another so that it can gain. But in addition to this realm of consciousness, of knowledge, there's also, as I heard someone else point out recently, there's an eternal presence of stupidity. Now, stupidity is worse than evil because it'll cause self-destruction without any gain whatsoever. It'll hurt itself and hurt others just to be, right? So the Tao is this development of ignorance and awareness. Going back to where you were talking with the Tao.
Why does everything Jack says follow like a pattern where it goes to like the reptilian brain, it makes you zone out, he just says a bunch of shit, and then he hits you with some emotional shit, and then he delivers the payload right at the end, whatever he wants you to believe. It has the same formula.
Well, I like some of what Jack's saying in terms of the idea of nature as a technology, or using nature as a technology, as an alternative forms of technology, and also this idea that you're saying that stupidity is worse than evil, but yeah, if you want to expand, go ahead, brother Jack. It is what it is. But yeah.
It's abstract ideas, but it's trying to describe the unity, the totality of this experience that we're sharing. It's crazy sauce. Things are not as they seem. And what we do not know can destroy us. But we spend our time in this society going around focusing on what we think we know. But really, we're just focusing on what we think. And thoughts are not real. I mean, they are and they are not real, just like the Tao is. It's the unreal that really is.
Jack, do you even know where you are right now?
Yeah, so when I tried to talk about it and you talked over me and I got muted, that was okay. The Tao is basically about being a pointless fucking nothing on the planet. See, you're supposed to live in peace and harmony with the world. That is obvious. But you are still supposed to stand in defense of your fellow man. If you are a pointless nothing and cannot stand in defense of your fellow man, you are fucking nothing.
Who is the enemy?
Who's attacking you?
No one.
Really? Looks like your government's attacking you right now.
That's
I
in
don't
your
care
mind.
what country you're in.
It's in your mind. It used to be
No,
in my mind
your
as well.
It's in
government
your
is
mind.
attacking you right now, and you're too much of a pussy. to
The
fucking do anything
spiritual
about it.
battle is conducted through your mind. If you give the government power, it has power.
Everything's ethereal and ideological and fucking philosophical. Dude, some things are actually real.
You're right.
So how are you paying your bills if you don't do anything to stop the shit they're doing?
It's magic. It just gets done.
What? So someone else does it for you, is what you mean?
Nope.
It's not magic.
I do nothing and it all gets done.
Because you didn't lift a fucking finger.
And yet nothing remains undone. It's
and
the way
still
of
never lifted a finger. Someone else
seek
did
ye
everything
first
for you.
the kingdom of heaven, and all else shall be
Someone else
provided
is
for.
doing everything for you, and you think you get to do nothing, and everything will be fixed for you.
Sometimes that's the way it works out.
Christianity is pathetic.
In your experience,
You
it sounds
need
that
to
way.
do nothing, and everything will be okay.
That's
You
not
are a pathetic, fucking made-up religion that was made up 100 years after Jesus died by fucking Jews.
Were you there?
Go save me, Tom Cruise. Go save me, Tom Cruise.
No, were you there? Because you seem to be sucking the dick of the fucking book that I can prove fucking wrong.
You're filled with convictions. It's okay, though.
I know, I believe Jesus was a real person. He was one of the prophets that actually tried to tell people how they were supposed to live and tried to help people. The problem is, fuckwits then perverted everything he did and wrote a book. It's called the New Testament. And it was 100 years after he died.
That's what God allowed to happen throughout history.
Are you saying it's like?
Christian?
Are you saying it's like as if in the future they found a flash drive with a bunch of Jack Talcott episodes on it and they started a religion based around it? Is that what you're saying?
Kinda.
You beat me to it, Jesus.
Kinda, yeah. Actually, that retarded, yes.
I can definitely see him as a new deity in the future.
Someone looked at it.
Greetings and salutations.
Go to the cult of Talcott, put the offerings on top of the fireplace mantle.
You're not going to finish. You're not going to finish. You're asking me shit. No, someone found shit. To be honest, they spent 100 years compiling all these testimonies from all the people who couldn't read or write. And then the Jews went and made a Bible. They went and made the New Testament from the testimonies of all these people that couldn't read and write.
And then they fell away from the cult of Jack Talcott and they started sacrificing their children to the fireplace.
The almighty fireplace.
Tell me I'm wrong.
People get lost.
Well, I can tell you what's not wrong, DK. Your alien saviors are coming for you.
You don't get to fucking run me down. Call me a liar and prove
Well,
me
I
wrong.
really don't take the words of a guy who called me racist, derogatory names, and yet doesn't even know what race I am. So sorry if I don't take it very seriously.
Yeah, here.
every race.
Yeah, Doubting Thomas is
Skin color.
yeah, Doubting Thomas is he's giving you some advice, DK. He's saying you're just not angry enough. You're not angry enough. You got to get more. You got to get into what you're saying. You got to get more passionate about what you're saying. You got to get angrier about what you're saying. Can't feel it.
Hey, I'm trying to get all of you to get angry enough about what you're saying, but everyone here seems to be a bunch of pussies who's trying to just talk softly and nicely.
You just think by screaming, people are going to listen to you, but I can hardly understand what you're saying when you're screaming so loud. The audio can't even pick it up.
You got nothing to say, though.
Oh, that's right, because I believe in NASA, right?
I got something to say. You want to know what I got to say?
Yeah,
That's you.
Me, I'm happy with that.
How do I like that?
I fucking love you. Hey, not to provoke or to continue.
That's all right, dude. I actually like you. You're okay. They're nuts.
DK, you're okay as well, but don't get too caught up on what you think because you don't know it all. It just sounds right.
I do, and then I keep learning more.
We learn most when we listen.
Some call me a conspiracy theorist. You know, some call me paranoid. You know what I mean? Look, I'm just saying they're always after me, Lucky Charms. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'm a conspiracy investigator, you fucking loser.
Now, how gay for you? My conspiracies were confirmed. Sucks for you. You're still in the got to do research stage. Mine was confirmed years ago.
I'm a conspiracy investigator. Prove that term wrong.
Can I offer an observation, please, for you to consider? It's really easy to find ourselves on this searching for the lies, and we'll find the lies. And the more lies we find, the more reasons we'll stop believing. But seek the truth. Love the truth beyond all else, because that's what you're saying you are.
I do.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, Jack Talcott is collecting all the lies on his channel for purposes of the future, for future reference.
You have no idea how much shit I have saved on Telegram, how much shit I've streamed on D-Live. Like, holy shit, bro. I'm
How much? Tell us.
Show on D-Live so that he gets more exposure as well. Like,
If you're gonna flex, at least flex with the numbers. How many views you got, bro?
Only 9 right now.
Whoa.
It was bigger earlier, but only 9.
You're getting there, bro. That's pretty, you know, I didn't expect 9. It's pretty dope.
What are we up to on TML's show? If you want to be a fuckwit.
9 million.
Oh, no, he's got 30. Cool.
Humble. It's a humble 9 million. What do you think of that? I'm just saying.
I haven't written a book.
That's what I'm saying. You need to go write a book and then come back and talk to us about it.
Dude, nah, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing.
Or you could just do what Jack Talcott does. You could just read a book.
I do actually want to write a book, but I don't want to pay for any online shit.
You could just skip all of that. Just identify as the book you were going to write. Just become the book.
Let's just say I just do it in real life online, fucking 24/7.
Well, if you're online, how are you going to write the book?
Right.
Hey, just fucking jump on my channel.
A man of wisdom once said.
Why do I have to write the book when you could just jump on my channel? See, who's the one that's being a fuckwit?
Well, they're not going to jump on your channel till you write the book, so you don't understand how this works.
Hey, all you need to do is click on a link, and you're saying, I'm being a fuckwit for not spending 6 months writing a book when you could spend 6 seconds clicking a link.
DK,
Well, I
there's
mean,
like
at least with the book, I can read and listen. You can't really do that with you, DK. You don't know how to calm down enough for anyone to get the message.
with practice it might happen, but I think you're right.
Dude, I've only been doing it 24/7 for 5 years.
How's that worked out for you? 9 viewers, is that what you said?
Right now, there was more earlier. They
All right.
obviously got sick of you fucking.
Oh, of course, it was everybody else. You're right. You're right. It was everybody
Dude,
else.
I'm
All of
streaming
us.
your show. I'm streaming this show. People left.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you got to find the right frame of mind, and there's a particular audience that really gets the machine live.
Cunts online.
You know why, DK? Because feds like me laugh when we listen to people like you, because you're exactly the kind of people we want out there claiming that you're fighting the system.
It's unfortunate but true. You're playing the role of controlled opposition because you're out of control.
I shit it in my own pocket one time and squished it.
What the fuck, bro? Was it like a lucky rabbit's foot? Oh, Jesus.
Holy cows.
I'm saving it for later.
People are amazing. Holy cows.
You know what they call that, Jack? Hot pockets.
In fact, I know what that means. It makes me laugh. This is the society we grew up with, man. Fucking Pop-Tarts and Hot Pockets and 7-Eleven, big Slurpees. What the hell? It's like a circus show in society. The whole thing is a circus show and it's run by clowns.
Kind of feels like we're living in a meme, don't it, Mr. Talcott?
Once you start seeing it, you cannot unsee it.
You know what? Society makes sense if you're drunk.
It does.
That's
You're
why they
right.
drink.
Yep.
And it's designed for people who are drunk.
Yep,
I
it is.
actually play that silly game. I was actually way going for a piss and grabbing a drink. But the simple fact is, the only way I can get to sleep with as much as I know is I have to drink myself to sleep. The people who know cannot sleep. I have to drink myself to sleep. You are a bunch of pathetic motherfuckers who think YouTube is everything.
Did you know beer is feminizing in the male body?
You know that you're gay as fuck.
Hey,
No, DK, I mean, go ahead, Mr. Talcott.
I used to make those same excuses when I drank too.
I don't make excuses, bro. I've
You're
been
lying.
drinking since I was a fucking teenager.
I know you picked up some bad habits along the way.
But I don't actually care about what you're about to say.
Well, that's where your stupidity is going.
I wouldn't care about anything either if I was that drunk.
I know.
But DK, I get what you're saying. Like you make it sound like you came across some information and kind of fucked you up, so that way you kind of like drink now to cope with it. I understand that completely. I was the same way, but I can tell you, alcohol ain't the way to do it, bro. Well, I can tell you that with my 30 years of talking to intellectuals, I don't take very many drunks seriously. So maybe sober up a little bit.
DK, I hit that level that you're at, I'm dead serious, at about 15, 16. And I drank until I was able to deal with it without the alcohol as a crutch.
But you don't understand, DK. You make yourself look crazier than what they already want you to look crazy. That's why people don't take you too seriously.
At a certain point, you're going to have to give it up.
Than anyone else. You dumb fuck.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, usually the loudest is the first to die in a war, so, it's usually the most silent sitting in the back.
More than any of you pussy ass bitches.
Oh, when was the last time you put Jeffrey Epstein in jail?
I'm in the back. I'm just really loud.
We need to get DK together with with that Daisy character from your show the other day, and that would be a good that would be some good TV. You know?
I want to see DK on bum fights.
Dude, I want to see me
He's
on
there.
fucking
He's
you up.
he's fighting. He's fighting right now. He's just lacks a partner.
No, DK, we love your passion, dude, but it's the way that you come across that, I'm not saying you're not genuine, but it's hard to take you seriously. Yeah, sound like my drunk grandpa.
I don't give a fuck about you crying.
He don't care, bro.
Oh, I know.
He don't even care.
But the feds watching you are laughing though.
Why would I care?
DK's having a great time right now. He don't care. He's just yelling at shit. It don't matter.
It's easy to get caught up in this feeling of not
every
caring.
time there's been a real conversation, because it's changed from real conversation from to all of you just giving
Because
But every time there's been a real conversation, I've actually had shit to say, but you are the ones that are trying to sidetrack it from the real conversation.
DK.
You want to try that again?
DK, what
Just
what
say
if
that you don't want to listen because I'm drunk, when all you're doing is talking shit about me.
who are you talking to right now? Do you know?
Every single other motherfucker who was on voice
You talk
chat
to me,
right now.
DK, can you and I chill?
They all fucked off. They knew they fucked up.
Well, I think they're giving you a chance, and they're giving me a chance. And I think the idea is for us to try and connect, okay? You willing to try?
Because I can stream 24/7, what do I give a fuck, bro?
Well, that's actually what I'd love to kind of help rationalize with you. Because it's real easy to convince ourselves not to give a fuck, to not care. And then what we do is we stay up night knowing the things we know, but we're designed to care. And you'll feel better when you care. And some of the feedback tonight, brother, we can all improve in our ability to communicate. When we yell at
this
each
is
other,
why I don't stream on YouTube.
but when we yell at each other, this is a lesson I've been
I
guilty
don't
of.
stream on YouTube. On my channel, everyone's like, yeah, fuck, this is cool.
This
I
is
do
the
this
world
on
we live in.
YouTube and everyone fucking cries.
But DK, you're right. This is the world we live in. People support the chaos. They love darkness.
We live in.
Don't we want?
The world we're given.
Don't you want it to be better? It can only be better if you care.
I try and give everyone the information. As I said,
Well,
I don't use
okay,
YouTube because I get banned here.
DK, that's the point.
Information I put out to everyone is on platforms that
Hello, you're not thinking,
doesn't get banned.
Brother, you're not thinking clearly. Please pause and think about this.
100% thinking clearly.
Not about what I'm saying.
Thinking you're awesome on YouTube.
What about this observation? Okay, you just said, from what I heard you say, you're spending your time and energy because you know the importance of what you want to share. Now, isn't it better? Don't you want your time to be well spent? And don't you want what you're offering to be received? Of course you do. You're not stupid. I trust you're not stupid. I was joking earlier when I said you were, but
I accept your apology. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, thank you, brother.
Yeah, blessings. That's pretty much all the show we had for today because it's 2 hours over and I wasn't planning on being here past 11:30 p.m. at night. So thank you guys so much for being here with me. I'm just gonna go around and everybody have some closing words. DK, what do you got to say to these people?
To be honest, I know no one is, but please come and follow me on D Live TV. Come and follow me there because I stream 24/7. You want to actually see what I do all the time? Yeah, come over and see some real shit because it's shit that I can't play on YouTube. So come and see some real shit. But that's up to you. I'm not telling everyone what to do. All your own choice. Much love, no fear, everyone.
Yeah, much love, no fear. DK, blessings, brother. See you soon, my friend. Blessings, yeah. Yeah. What about brother Talcott? What you got to say to these people?
Mad respect to you, to those who tuned in, and make sure you do the like thing and the support, because the wisdom that was shared tonight, light of the future casts the shadows of tomorrow. Some brilliant philosophical discussions were had tonight, and I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of it. Much love to you, man. Because seriously, what you said earlier, just to reinforce one of those ideas, when justice is lacking, right, that means there's evil that's in the norm, and rules and oppression have to be imposed. That complicates things. So justice is the norm. When we live with good, good is, and that's the way it's supposed to be. This has been a good time. Thank you, brother. Peace.
Yeah, blessings, brother Talcott. Thank you. Whoa. I don't know what that was. It sort of froze me out there. But yeah, blessings. Thank you. What about our brother? Yeah, what's going on, friend?
Bro, make Talcadia great again.
Exactly. Yeah, blessings.
Later, bro.
Yeah, later, homie. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we got Lilith. Yeah, Lilith, you still out here with us? Blessings, brother. Twilight, son of Lilith. Yeah, blessings, brother.
Yo,
Yeah,
yeah,
what you got
yo.
to say to these people? Yeah. Yeah, and please take as much time as you need. You
um, shoot, I'm at a loss for words. Just keep things simple, man. Keep things
Exactly.
simple. We've forgotten things that are simple. We really have in today's world, and I mean on so many levels. Um, and we've taken things for granted that are simple as well. And whether it's simple pleasures or each other, you know, and you never know what's going to happen, and it's important not to do that or fall into nihilism or you know cynicism and you know as you were saying, like something isn't good because it's judged as so. It's inherently so by the virtue of its essence. It's if you get what I'm saying without
Definitely.
going too far. It it's not about result. It's not about expectation. It's not it's really about it's spontaneous. In other words, it's absolutely spontaneous. And if you really sit with that, it's quite difficult actually to have absolutely no self interest or you know um like it talks about like good deeds. Maybe that's something I could get into another time. um what is a good deed and how is that determined? And it's as I said, if you have some kind of expectation or some kind of self-interest, at that point it stops being a good deed. So it's this spontaneous, selfless, action that is just is. um and yeah, it sounds simple, but it's really not. Or I should say, it's simple. It's not easy. Um. So yeah, and it takes a humbleness. You know, that's always something that I try to cultivate. Is you don't know what you have until it's gone. Sometimes you have to lose everything in order to realize you had it all to begin with. And there really is nothing to gain. It's just a matter of understanding what you do have from a different perspective. And I guess I'll just leave it there. Blessings.
Yeah, blessings, homie. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, very wise words from my friend. Yeah, peace be with you, friend. On this journey as well. Yeah, thank you to Twilight, son of Lilith. Blessings, sir. And how about the homie Spock? From the Space Force. What you got going on, brother?
That's right. Live long and prosper. Proverbs 23:12. Apply your heart to discipline and your ears to words of knowledge. That's what I tried doing tonight. I've been listening all day, and I think we really do mean good. You know what I mean, Timo? I think God does have our backs, knowing that we really just want to, do what He wanted us to do and take care of His earth the way He intended us, and take care of each other the way He intended. And hopefully each day we're doing this, maybe we're getting a step closer. You know what I mean? That's all I care about, is doing what God intended us to do, and to do it as humbly and peacefully, and learn from each other, grow with one another, and just universal good. That's what I want. I'm tired of hearing about pain and suffering in the world, and I know life isn't perfect and all rainbows and butterflies, but do I wish it could be?
Yeah, blessings, homie. Yeah, thank you so much for being here with me again. I mean, and yeah, I'm praying for you, homie. And yeah.
You too, man, always. I'll hit you up on Discord in a day or two and just check up on you. I'm going to be away from this stuff for a while. This stuff does start to take a toll on you. So go outside, take a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please check back in. Don't be a stranger, homie. Yeah, I love talking to you. Yeah, blessings,
you have a good
brother.
night, man. Blessings.
Yeah, you too, sir. Yeah, you too, my friend. Yeah, so all the rest of you guys, I mean, I deeply appreciate you guys for sticking around. We still got 28 people in the house. We came back from a little hiatus because of the censorship, but I truly appreciate the support, right? To all the lascivious and cowardly, haters. They're specimens of their own ignorance and arrogance at this point. I mean, so fascination with them is through, right? We got tons of more material. This is a 30-part series on Taoism, right? And also we're discussing Jacques Ellul. I'm excited to bring you guys more on Ellul tomorrow, right? We'll be watching some videos and relating to some content, and hopefully we'll have some analysis of some news and some insights, but I've went way past my time here, and of course we'll have a lot more of discussions on the Tao Te Ching, right? I just was only able to look at 3 chapters today. Sadly, we only have an hour today. Tomorrow we'll have as many as 2 hours to go over some of the Taoist material. So it will be much more in depth tomorrow, right? This is just a little teaser show for the 9-hour show that we do on Wednesday and the little 11-hour show we do on Saturday, right? So we're going to be here 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Please come in, check us out, and also go ahead and please go ahead and like and subscribe to this other channel we have, Cyber Caliphate, right? We have new material there at the Cyber Caliphate channel, right? Where we have assemblies of many of our guests, right? That we have at the beginning of the show, right? If you subscribe, you'll get notifications, right? And also subscribe to Neurojack, right? Okay. I can't type that out, but yeah, please go to the other show. Neurojack, right? Okay, we're appearing at Neurojack. We'll drop all the links for everybody's channel: Unseen Warfare, Annapurna, Neurojack, right? Twilight Son of Lilith, right? There's other people who appear here, but they don't really have channels and networks, right? But yeah, blessings. No, this is not a caliphate in the conventional term, right? But it's a cyber caliphate, right? Something old, something new, right? But yeah, exactly. Biggest fans. Yeah, shout out to the haters. Exactly. Yeah, but anyways, we got all this thing going on, man. Yeah, thank you for joining us here on the Machine Lies, where we talk about the lies of the machine on the machine that lies. Yeah, thank you so much, Neurojack. Yeah, go check out his channel. Yeah. And yeah, the first step to blinding somebody is getting them to open their eyes, and the first step to seeing beyond the programming is to realize, how you've been programmed, right? So yeah, let me, yeah, have a blessed night, everyone. All right, thank you.
I have sinned. I have killed many people. For money. Out of ignorance. Out of evil. Out of hatred.
Yo, rumors of my removal to which Anastasia survived. Declarations of your fate be highly compromised. Brian eyes, Western spies at the gates of the ravaged city. I'll challenge your intelligence and all that you pity. Request back before you dispose of where it all begun. You was found shunned, holding a loaded gun, dumped and slumped into King James's pain and punishment. You query when the summer went under this covenant. Curse the vision of the gifted, go missing, we uplifting. Synchronized science, the paradigm be shifting. So nod your head back until it snaps. Anglo-Saxon rap extended impact links, detach and split your wig back, left stashed. The peace pipe, a vibrant type, like Peter denied Christ 3 times in that same night. Concise writing threaded in cloth, now to the cross, enticed with a promise to a paradise lost. Misguided sages, their suicide was painless. Disdainful portrayal contained within the pages. As the tables turn on the days came and went, you shamefully repent on the time misspent. Misguided sages, their suicide was painless. Disdainful portrayal contained within the pages. As the tables turn on the days came and went, you shamefully repent on the time misspent. The cracking sound ice makes when it breaks surface tension. I'ma hold you under, intensify the sense of wonder, combining mimes and numbers to twist and manipulate. The princess in the lake trickled like a snowflake. What fate would befall all of the accused who harnessed this catharsis to illuminate the doom. Speech impediments, imperfections left in tatters, scrambled and hacked and you clambered. Now you captured a crystal cactus grew from each arm. Hard to catch this, using sheep's heads as target practice. You can't match this. I carried the confession of the Templars heresy. Pray for redemption, now bow when they mention me. Chase through centuries to cross this advanced race. How the frail flourished and then vanished without a trace. Barbed wire around your neck, priceless moments that you kept. All crashing aspirations led river to a death. Misguided sages, their suicide was painless. Disdainful portrayal contained within the pages. As the tables turn on the days came and went, you shamefully repent on the time misspent. Misguided sages, their suicide was painless. Disdainful portrayal contained within the pages. As the tables turn on the days came and went, you shamefully repent on the time misspent.
yo, I shatter dreams like Jordan, assault and batter your team. Your squadron will be barred from rap like Adam and Eve from the garden. I'm carving my initials on your forehead, so every night before bed you see the BP shine off the board head. Reverse that, I curse at the first whack. Nigga with the worst rap, cause he ain't worth jack. Hit him with 1,000 pounds of pressure per slap. Make his whole body jerk back. Watch the earth crack, hand him his purse back. I'm the first Latin rapper to baffle your skull. Master the flow, niggas be swerving, I'm blacking and cold like Nat King. I be rapping in tongues, packing the ones, magnums, cannons, and Gatling gun. It's Big Pun, the one and only son of Tony Montana. You ain't promised manana in the rotten Montana. Come on, fana, we need more rhymes. Feeling marijuana, snake bite, anaconda. A man of honor would wanna try to match my persona. Sometimes rhyming, I blow my own mind like Nirvana. Comma, and go the whole nine like Madonna. Go try to find another rhymer with my kind of grammar. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. Adrenaline, uncut, straight to the gut, medicine, raw cure for pain. I quote your brain like polyurethane. Simple and plain, I'll explain it in layman terms. If you came to learn how to make fire, I'ma make it burn. Higher and hotter than lava, the scholar and roger, as smart as MacGyver could put honor inside the heart of a liar. Involved in the life of crime. Fuck it, I like to shine. Up in the white and lime. Touch with the pipe design, plushed out. From pocket to pocket, flush out. If you're not in it for this finish, get the fuck out. Take a hike. We can even battle to make it right. Your head, face the mic, you finish. Say goodnight, head to head in the street. I'll leave you dead in your feet, saddle and beef. I'll even let you rhyme to the Benjamin beat, but it won't matter. Your dream's still gon' shatter. It's a long ladder to climb, and mine is gonna stagger. So get out of town before I hit you with the loudest sound you ever heard. There's a bird playing throughout the pound. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, shaking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, shaking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, shaking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. You know the fun edition with your whole steeds is unofficial. I come and get you and let the desert ease. Tongue tissue with one pistol and two clips. I make it cool through flips like acrobatics. I'm charismatic. My dad is magic. It makes rappers disappear. Whisper in your ear, crystal clear. Come here, let me kiss your tears. Everything you fear, it's here. You ain't gotta search further. The first murder's the worst. Now I thirst further for reverse birth. Every verse hurts. Every curse word's already more offending than Eddie Murph's words. I thirst for blood like a vampire. Any man claiming his cam's tighter is a goddamn liar. I'll set him on fire, retire your chain of thought, drain a quart of blood out your brain, and leave you insane in the dark. The king of New York lays his crown and the boogie down and sprays the town with the Mac hoodie down. I'm no joke. I'll soak your face with the sweeper, die in disgrace. I'll face your death through the speaker. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination.
Empty.
face. Dreamt, cut myself empty. Space, peel off the colors, transform into everywhere sandstorms. Dreamt, cut myself empty. Space, gone in here, chaos and order are yet to be discovered. Dreamt, cut myself empty. Space, awakened from a slight repose. Dreamt, cut myself empty. Space. As of now, walls of flames sustain, distorting, lining in order, pointing to a reference, pointing, this is a painting, remembering an end and then it's all over the face again, loving every novel treetop, foundations to build more and more. Hovering colors hide under the slight mutter of another rumbling thundercloud, wonder how I found this sound, this eternity, rumbling, externally cluttering, burning heat, bubbling, permanently pulling the puppet strings, time, chuckling at a mind's climb, what a
thing indeed, I mean the primordial mud run, try to think around this plot, doesn't it? Hark alongside of a thorn name presenting yes, but whom so long as I'm about to shine, feel out to fall apart in front of a promenade for meeting like
closer against to the break, cracking a pipe, children play here. Animals die and waterfalls of wall to wall, becoming some a daydream, pretty serene seem like dumb ideas and learn not a glass bottom boat. Watch me a step, you're being followed.
The echo echoes through this special vessel of heaven's levels, intersecting and connecting with the collection of the devil's space, reflecting pebbles, taste impeccably numb, tongue tingle, wrinkled stars fold the boldly warm forms a kaleidoscopic way.
An immaculate world of fame, me with a mouthful of palm. Meanwhile, soul's been thinking about so long, he can almost touch, leaving no tone unturned, and renewing the noise, aesthetic void of half truth. In honor of the solitary songbird, plucked up of a pen and pretense, I'm humming the ugliest honesty I know.
Anarchy, smooth out, and we are in